you've touched a nerve with their councillors. So thank you for doing so.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Right. So our last submission is Tennis Canterbury Region, Emma Johns and someone called Keenan. Welcome.
Hi.
Kia ora koutou. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come and speak to our submission. It's a number of years since Tennis Canterbury has made a submission to either the annual plan or the long-term plan process. For those, I was going to say Emma Scriptibus, for those who don't know me, I'm Keenan, but I think I'm a board member of Tennis Canterbury, and I'd like to extend a welcome to our other board members who are sitting in the gallery behind me, and I'll pass you over to Emma, who's going to take you through our submission.
Cool. Kia ora everyone, Emma here. So yeah, really excited to share a bit about Tennis Canterbury and our story as well. So here on behalf of the 10,000 members that we have as part of our Canterbury tennis community, that's made up of, so Canterbury actually extends all the way from mainland here, South Canterbury, the West Coast, up to Marlborough as well. Our vision for Tennis Canterbury is to grow Canterbury tennis and ignite an enduring passion for the game. And someone like myself as well, who sort of stepped away from the sport for a few years, really wanting to have that opportunity as well to come back into the game and have it thriving for all ages and stages. With that vision, we see, or our role is around to deliver tennis to the community through coaching programs, tournaments, events and things, making our game sustainable for the future and really inclusive of the different ethnicities and cultures as well from around the Canterbury region, providing quality and accessible facilities that aren't cost prohibitive, obviously, as well, to have access to be able to play the game. And our game doesn't survive if we don't have clubs and members as well. So our role is to support our clubs to be successful too. Just a wee bit about us, with participants. I actually challenged Di on the 2-year-old, who that was, but we've got participants from 2 that they're enrolled all the way through to 90 years of age. So as you can see, it is a sport that appeals to many for all age. That membership really has got quite a diverse group there. We've got 2/3 are largely New Zealand European, but we've got a real opportunity to grow that game and with our Asian community and Māori and Pacifica communities here as well. We're supported by 4.5 FTE here, so quite a lean operation and a really significant volunteer network as well. Cool. I guess our unique proposition, so Wilding Park and the facilities that we have, we're one of the very few sports in the city that own and operate their own facility, a historic Wilding Park complex. You can see up there that's Anthony Wilding, former world #1 back in about 100 years ago. We're still clinging to that, but real legacy and really lucky to have that history as well. It is a real point of difference for us from other codes. And tennis has historically met the costs of providing all its own services and things like that, while other sports have obviously able to access into some of the other council facilities, which are owned and maintained by yourselves, which is fantastic. As an avid yet mediocre sports person myself, having access to facilities like that's just incredible, and we're really lucky that you guys support all the sports as well. I guess for us, we were able to benefit from that pre-earthquake back in 2011. We were supported by yourselves then, but it's something that we haven't been able to tap into really for the last 10 years. Just a bit about the facilities that we have. So at Wilding Park, there are 6 indoor courts, which are flat tack really, with netball, tennis. We allow other sports in there, but obviously tennis as well. 18 outdoor courts, and we've got 9 new grass courts, which are up to Wimbledon standards from the grass perspective, not the tennis perspective. But we have incredible function centre, and then we're down at Ngāpunawai as well, and we have 29 clubs here, which also have all their own courts and things too. being a massive facility out in the east as well is a real draw card for tennis, and an opportunity for us to really grow and be the sport for that particular area. I guess our challenge, and we're not dissimilar to any other sports organisation, as you can imagine, but with having a fantastic facility like the Wilding Park facility, it comes with being, we've got an extreme privilege for that, but it also is, it's a bit of a weight for us to maintain as well at the moment. There's a growing cost to our members, so we are asking clubs and members they can currently contribute $400K a year to manage and support that facility, which is causing burden for them, and it's also creaking on some of those volunteers that we asked to support us. The other one is the rising maintenance costs. So court resurfacing is, just for simplicity, $2K a court for ourselves, and then our grass courts are $60K a year to keep them to the level that we want as well, and plus general maintenance for the facility of the size and scale we're talking here. And I guess the other part for us is having that facility. I guess we're at a point now where we're seeing a lot of our time and our money going into the maintenance and maintaining that facility, and actually we want to put our focus right now into getting more people into the game. And as I said, growing, there's real opportunity right now. Participation has increased with COVID, which has been lucky for our clubs. It's continued to go up, but actually we need to then support them as well to be sustainable for the future. And as we said, post the earthquake, we made the pretty courageous decision to carry on with the facility that we've got. And now we need to actually keep making sure that we can support and get the most out of that significant investment. So I guess that's why we're here. So for us, we're looking really to get a bit of assistance. So pre the earthquake, going back 10 years, we did get a 90K annual grant to support the costs of maintaining those facilities. That came through the Strengthening Communities Fund, and we're really lucky and thankful for the 25K that we're getting today. Our ask here is we're looking for 105K a year, ideally, to support those maintenance costs for Wilding Park and for our Ngāpunawai facility, so we can continue to operate at that same level. We're also putting an ask in here really to support our clubs as well. So the cost, as you said, 29 members, and our role really is around helping them to make sure they're sustainable too. But is having some funds that we can draw down and deliver pro rata out to our clubs at 45K a year. And you've got some fantastic people in the Council Parks team here, so that we've got 9 great new courts. We'd love to be able to tap into some of that expertise that you've got to maintain and support, or maybe take over looking after those for us to keep them to that standard. And I guess we're open to any real form of conversation around some support to be able to keep us maintaining the facility that we've got and to service that. So that was how we sliced and diced it, but really open to a conversation around that. Cool. Well, thank you, and happy to take questions.
Thank you, and thank you for what you do as well. I mean, it's an incredible sport, tennis, and there's just so many players, but it does require that organisational support. And then, as you're saying, 67%, I think you said, for running the facilities as opposed to delivering the game. Yeah. So, has anyone got any questions?
I have one.
Yes, Dawn. Unusual, but
it is unusual. 10,000 members, and I think you say on your presentation 6,000 or so of those are from Christchurch. Is that correct? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you presenting to our neighbouring councils, recognising your membership is 10,000, and 60% of it comes from the city?
Yes, we haven't to date, and I guess part of it is Wilding Park's largely, and it's not, but it's predominantly used by our Christchurch community. That's why we thought we'll come here first. But really good point. So we'll be taking that away, Dawn. Okay. Thank you.
But look, thank you very much. And it's, I've been to Wilding Park for games. You know, I've watched incredible games there. It's a fantastic facility, and one of the few that you know did so well after the earthquakes. And yeah, so no, it's thank you very much. Oh, Aaron.
I've just got a mathematical question because it always helps with making decisions. Have you done a breakdown of your 10,000 members and the amount of support they currently get from the council at a per participant rate versus rugby league, football, hockey and all that? Because we supply facilities and things, and like we saw with the pier before, it's easier if we don't do it, someone else delivers it and we might chip in. But an equation that shows the amount that tennis gets per person will be quite good up against everyone else that we help, right through to yachting, whatever it is. But some highlights, lowlights would be quite good. I mean, if you're already getting more than everyone else, don't say anything.
You could feed that through. We could also put a question to staff to start thinking about that too.
Yeah. Okay. That just makes it helpful to then go, we're actually not helping them much, or makes for a strong case. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think you made the point that, you know, a lot of the sports are played on council facilities, you know, the aquatic sports and the pools, etc., and the fields,
That's great. Look, thank you very much for your presentation today. Thank you.
Thanks.
And councillors, this comes to the point where I need to adjourn the meeting to 1 p.m. Monday the 9th of May. Thank you very much.